Good morning and welcome to a new vlog. And what a start to this week's vlog. Apologies for the absence on YouTube over the past couple of weeks. I'm very aware that I need to sit down and fill you all in on what's been happening. I've tried to start this vlog 3 times over. Well, this is the 3rd week that I've tried to start this. I've got a lot to catch up with you on, but the start of this vlog takes place outside the doctor's practice because yours truly has her hip. My left hip is so painful, and I would like to think that I've got a relatively high pain threshold, or I'm comfortable with being uncomfortable in that sense. But walking hurts. Just walking hurts, and walking up and down the stairs and like sitting down is pretty painful. I woke up on Friday morning, pretty much in agony. Couldn't get an emergency time with a physio. Well, I couldn't get a time with a physio through like the healthcare system until the middle or end of November. So I went to a private physio just in town. If you're in Sweden and then you're in the surrounding areas and you need a physio, the girls at Elite Rehab are phenomenal. I got time Monday morning. She did a couple of tests. I've got the paperwork here. She did a couple of tests, took all my hip through like all its ranges of motion, ranges of... She basically just twisted my leg loads, and asked what hurt and where I could feel it and stuff. So she suspects. Try pronouncing that. She suspects, there we go, stress fracture in my hip. I had a stress fracture in my right ankle a couple of years ago, and if this is a stress fracture again, it might be worth having bloods done because I might be deficient in something. I take calcium, which they say if you take calcium, you see the effects like 20 years on or something. I can't remember exactly what she said, but I also got told with the stress fracture in my ankle that I should be eating more dairy. And I haven't really. I'm not a huge cheese eater, milk drinker, but I might have to start that. Can't be having stress fractures every couple of years because it is bloody painful, so it is. So yeah, we are sat outside the doctor's practice. Let's see what they say. I'm assuming I'm going to get referred for an x-ray. And then we'll find out what is wrong with it. I really hope it's not a stress fracture and it's like a pinched nerve or something. Because if it's a stress fracture, Steve and I won't be running High Rocks mixed doubles in Stockholm, and I might actually cry because that's the 3rd High Rocks then I've wanted to do but haven't been able to do through injury. So yeah, anyway, I'm not going to film in there. I will keep you updated though. Update on the old hip appointment. I didn't get a time for an x-ray straight away, which I thought I was going to get, but the doctor said the x-ray department at the other surgery is closed 1 day a week, and that's a Wednesday, so no appointment today. First thing tomorrow though, he's written like referral, is that what it's called? Remiss in Swedish. So you get a time with the x-ray department, and it is just a case of rocking up and getting an x-ray done. So I shall be there at 10 to 8 tomorrow morning because they open at 8. So yeah, bit of an update on that. Obviously I went to see the physio on Monday just gone, who established that it was most likely a stress fracture. She then needed me to go and see the doctor to get that referral for the x-ray, and he confirmed that it sounds like a stress fracture. However, it doesn't necessarily need to be that, so it can be one of two things. It's either a stress fracture or multiple stress fractures, or the complete opposite, it's muscular. He said it's obviously two completely different treatments. One, if it's a stress fracture, full rest. The best is if I need to move as minimally as possible. The other, if it's muscular, the complete opposite needs to happen. I need to start stretching, I need to start doing mobility, I need to start moving, I need to start strengthening those muscles around the hip joint. So two completely different routes. But for the time being, we're erring on the side of caution, and I am to move as little as possible until tomorrow, which I'm struggling with a bit. I'm so used to being able to just walk, obviously everybody is, but you're so used to being able to walk around and I thought, oh well, I can sort the house. We've moved my dressing room and Steve's office, we've swapped them around, so Steve is now up here, which used to be my wardrobe. Steve now has that as his office, and then the room that Steve had his office in was way too big for him, and I've got way too many clothes, so that is now my wardrobe, but it is full of shit that I need to sort. One of them being, see if I can show you. There. Those suitcases and that bag are remnants of the move. And downstairs in my new wardrobe, there is similar shit that needs sorted out. So I was hoping I could crack on with that. I wanted to make more hot sauce. I wanted to make sourdough. But the doctor literally said, plonk yourself on the sofa with a blanket and watch some TV. I'm working, but yeah, minimal moving around. Yeah, and just everyday tasks I'm not supposed to do, and I'm struggling with that, let alone that I can't really exercise. It's so easy to take for granted what you have and what you can do and what you're able to do when you're healthy, and then when you're not, it's just a bit of a reminder to be grateful of what you have when you're healthy. So yeah, there's that lesson for me again. So yeah, this is where you will find me for the rest of the afternoon, for today at least. Doing a little bit of work on my laptop, just planning the rest of the week. I need to make a couple of phone calls, I need to reply to a couple of clients, but yeah, all stuff that can technically be done from the sofa. I'm very fortunate that I have a job that allows me to do that. Update on the old hip. I went for an x-ray this morning, and it showed no skeletal damage, so no stress fracture or anything like that, which was a huge relief, because stress fractures take 3 months at best to heal. I remember when I had my stress fracture in my ankle a couple of years ago, it was 3 months, the physio said, and because of the nature of the hips, it would have been at least 3 to 6 months to heal that. So I'm so happy that it's not that. The question remains though, what is it? My physio said if the skeletal scan doesn't show anything, I might have to refer you for an MRI to see if it's ligaments and or tendons, because as soon as I came out of the doctor's practice, or like the x-ray department, and I was like, oh well, it's not stress fracture, so I can just start walking normally again, because I have been extra cautious. I need to remember that despite that it's not a stress fracture, it still fucking hurts. And I can't be like trotting along. I was like, oh, I can go for walks again. No, you can't. No. It does mean that I feel like even if it's ligaments and tendons, I probably shouldn't really put any like pressure on it, but I do feel a bit less guilty for doing stuff around the house, because the clips that you just seen was yesterday, and 3 hours on the sofa is enough for yours truly. Really started getting restless, so I'm happy that I can at least like move around again, and I can like, I don't know, tidy the house and hoover, just taking it easy obviously, but yeah, that's an update on that. I will of course keep you guys updated if there is any movement, is that the right word? I don't know if that's the right word. If there's any update, any change, but for now, this is positive news and I'm very, very, very happy.
You're a wet dog. You're a wet dog. It's your bullshit, mama. Wait, come here. Wait. Gotta be careful with your belly still. Oh. Oh. Oh, Papa Dino. He's a bullshit. I know. But you like digging in the muddy puddles? You've got to face the consequences. Okay.
It is Saturday evening and I have just come on to end this vlog and say thank you so much for watching. It's Saturday, we're having date night, we're having a little bit of wine. Steve is cooking steaks and we are probably going to watch the end of, or the last 2 episodes of a series we've been binge watching. It's called Bodies. It's on Netflix. It's probably the weirdest series we've ever watched. It is very, what's the word, captivating, and it's making you think and making you go, oh, but so-and-so is in on so-and-so, and yeah, it's very good. If you're wanting to watch a series and you don't know what to watch and you're into like crime and mystery, Bodies on Netflix, very, very good. But yeah, a bit of wine, some steaks, and some good entertainment on the TV other than Steve. So yeah, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed.
tune in for the next one. I hope you're all well. I hope you're all having or have had a good week. You're going to have a good week. I'm going to stop rambling. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you in the next one.